Alpha, now that the Descendant Core is here, I'll begin my debrief. Key points to cover include defense against the Vulgus invasion and the search for Corell's missing fleet. First, our defense operation against the invasion is going well, but as we continue attrition warfare, supplies and ammunition are becoming increasingly scarce. It's got to the point where I'm not sure if the enemy is targeting strategic positions or our ammunition stockpiles. The Desleo Armory is working hard, but our ammo production isn't keeping up with consumption.
If that really is their objective, it's a successful one so far. And what about our side? Do we know where that force originated from?
We've mobilized all of our reconnaissance assets here at the Kingston radar station, but we can't find anything out of the ordinary. Alpha, now might be a good time to reevaluate the plan I submitted. We've already identified an important clue from Amon's message. This grand invasion is headed to the origin of all wars. The only place in Ingress that qualifies is Sigma Sector, the land of annihilation. It's where the Vulgus and the Colossi first appeared over 100 years ago.
Now, you need to drop this. Sigma Sector is where the void erosion is at its worst. The void storms there turn all matter amorphous in seconds. The Vulgus are no exception to this. Of course, it's possible that the Vulgus used the Ironheart to assist them, but if they had, the energy would have been detected by our radar. You're just trying to make your theory fit your requirements. Unless Corell wants to die, there's no reason for him to have gone to Sigma Sector.
Enzo, why don't you trust me?
It's not about trust, Nell. It's about common sense.
But if the answer we're looking for is beyond the boundaries of common sense, the problem will never be solved. We have investigated almost everywhere in Ingress, and no trace of Corell's fleet has been found. But the enemy invasion shows no signs of weakening, and now they're even using Ancestors' technology. We can't rely on a common sense approach any longer. We have to think outside the box. Nell, I'm officially adopting your plan. You'll have authority over troop deployment and operational details from now.
Alpha, are you serious? More importantly, Nell, are you really planning to send troops into Sigma Sector?
See? It really is about trust. No matter how unorthodox my plan seems, I am not going to blindly order troops to their deaths. As for dispatching the Recon Corps, that will come once we've observed the energy signatures of Sigma Sector from the outside.
But we don't have that kind of reconnaissance asset. We can't even observe them with the wideband deceive here at the Kingston radar station.
Well, naturally, our tools will need to be outside the box as well. This operation will utilize the Eye of Truth, the Vulgus observation device in the White Knight Gulch. I'll pass along the details from Albion. You need to go and ready your gear.
What? My gear?
You heard Alpha. I'm in charge of troop deployments and operational details. I'd like you to take over field command in the White Knight Gulch. And for the record, this request isn't personal.
Enzo is perfect for this kind of mission. Good call, Nell.
I understand. I'll get moving.
I have seen everything. The salvation of two worlds. Descendant, you have destroyed the Ironheart and preserved the balance of the dimensions. But the war is not yet over. Corel has vanished with the remaining Ironhearts, and we do not know where he might have gone. Humanity has pursued this to the bitter end. And finally uncovered a brutal truth.
Descendant, this mission will require all the strength you have. Go with Enzo and head to the White Knight Gulch.
It really isn't anything personal, right?
It isn't personal.
What is it? Good. You're here. I've just received the operation details from Nell. This operation is definitely unconventional. I couldn't believe it myself that we'll be utilizing Vulgus biostructures. But once I read the report on the Eye of Truth from the Medical Corps, I understood. Not only can you see all of Ingress with the eye, apparently it's also capable of visual observation across dimensions and into the void. In other words, it could theoretically see through the void storms in Sigma Sector and analyze a variety of energy signatures. To think that the Vulgus were observing Ingress and humanity with a device like this, it's pretty ominous. But if we can use it to our advantage, that's a different story. The problem is, the White Knight Gulch has fallen back into Vulgus hands, and we also disabled the Eye of Truth in a previous operation. So, the first objective of the operation is for myself and the Descendant Corps to temporarily occupy the White Knight Gulch and restore the Eye of Truth. We're short on time, so if you have any questions, let's talk about them on the way to the operation area. Oh, and by the way, Nell asked 2 more Descendants to join us, Eugen and Bunny. Eugen is essential to the restoration of the Eye of Truth, but I'm not sure why she chose Bunny. Anyway, while I'm getting ready to head out, please check in on Eugen and Bunny.
Nell, I'll pay for the suit. Can't we keep this a secret from the military police? I don't want to do disciplinary training again.
It's not about the cost, Bunny. It's about the unauthorized use of ultimate equipment and development, which is a serious military offense.
You're here. Nell's briefed me on the mission. Operation Secure the Vulgus Eyeball. But I heard that Valby and Eugen destroyed the Eye of Truth. Can it be fixed? Whatever. I'll leave the hard stuff to you. All I'm supposed to do is run around, kill enemies, and collect data on how my ultimate equipment performs in the field. Anyway, how do I look? Isn't my ultimate suit killer? I stole this while it was in development by the Magisters, and what do you know? It's perfect for me. They should have given me this sooner. Then I wouldn't have had to steal it. I'm not the bad one. It's the world that forced me to steal this that's bad. Was that too much? Anyway, I'm ready to leave any time, so hurry up and go get Dr. Han. We have to go before I lose electricity.
Captain! Wait, you're not captain anymore. Miss Elias, it's my mission.
Jin, stop and listen to me. You don't have to go to the White Knight Gulch.
Why do you keep saying that? You're just in time. Please, can you tell my dear mentor to quit it? She thinks she's still the captain of the Medical Corps. She's making a huge fuss and trying to take my place on the mission, even though I know the White Knight Gulch the best. Can you match everything in the bundle of optic nerves in the Eye of Truth? I can do it with my eyes closed.
Okay. Well, can you forget the memory of what happened to your teammates when you close your eyes? I heard you still wake up screaming in pain in the middle of the night. Valby told me all about it. You might deny it, but trauma takes time to process and recover from. I know what happened there. Please, don't push yourself, Jin. And, to be quite honest, I'm more familiar with the White Knight Gulch than you are. I spent a lot of time there looking for Daya.
Captain.
I'm not your captain anymore. I'm asking you, as someone who cares about you, let me take your place.
Damn it. All right. Actually, I wasn't confident that I could do it either.
Yeah, you don't have anything to prove. I'm sure Daya felt the same way. So, you can give me information about the Eye of Truth through Maya Sieve. I'm a little nervous about going on a medical corps mission after such a long break.
I'm sure your years of experience will see you right, but please be careful. And thank you for your concern.
I like it when you listen to me. See you later.
Ah! Why is everyone taking so long? Are we ever going to start this mission where we fix what we broke? You know what? I'll go first.
Bunny, wait! Oh, seriously. All personnel involved in the Eye of Truth recapture operation, please report to your assigned locations. Over. Damn, I was in such a hurry to leave, I forgot some modules, Bunny.
Seriously? How is that my fault? You wasted most of your time arguing with Nell. Oh, Enzo! I understand now. You're on Nell's bad side, right? Did Operation Ring fail?
Of course it didn't, and no private chat during official operations, Bunny.
But you two look so good together. It's not every day you meet someone like that, Enzo. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, Glay, not you too. Please drop it and let's focus on the operation. You probably know why we've been deployed here. To restore the Eye of Truth, connect it to the bioscanner, and carry out observation of Sigma Sector. But first, we need to drive out the Vulgus who have reoccupied the White Knight Gulch. Then we can take out the control facility connected to the Eye of Truth. Bunny and the rest of the team, please clear the Order of Truth forces in the area. Glay, your objective is to begin restoration of the Eye of Truth. I'm going to build a field station here that will serve as a relay between the bioscanner and the Kingston radar station.
Leave it to me. Fixing things is my specialty.
Great! Let's get going!
To restore the Eye of Truth, first we'll need to find organic matter to feed the Vulgus biostructure. We can find some in the Fortress Control Facility and from samples of the Vulgus. I need plenty of it, so I'll need your help.
I'm going to scout the perimeter of the Order of Truth Fortress to see how many of them there are. And I'll get to test my ultimate suit's performance while I'm at it.
Yeah, you're the right age to be running around. Let me know if you have any trouble, Bunny. I can help you.
You'll know when you see it. Quickly!
This... could it be? Bunny, where are you right now?
I'm sending you my location. Meet me there. This is a record from one of Dr. Hand's squad members, right?
That's right. Binns from the Red Arms. He was one of the medical corps members who served with Eugen during the White Knight Gulch operation. How did you find this?
My ultimate suit helmet has data detection. I almost missed it, but the sensor caught it.
The transmission failed. But it must have been in auto-preservation mode. I think they linked it to their vital signs. After that, Corell's fleet showed up and the invasion happened, which prevented anyone from investigating properly. I can't believe we've had this information right here. Eugen's team risked their lives to find it.
Oh, don't feel bad. Just be glad we found it now. Looking at the distribution of the data, it looks like there are more failed transmissions. They're located deep within the Order base. I'll mark the locations of the data points as I move around. Then you can track them with ordinary sieves.
Thank you. At least now we can honor the souls of the medical corps members.
Enzo, are you there? If you don't mind, I'd like to take care of this before we secure the Eye of Truth.
Well, since I haven't connected the bioscanner yet, you can go ahead with some basic investigation, as long as you don't go in too deep.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Come to my location. I want to compare the data we've collected.
Just as I suspected. According to Bin's and Mina's data, the soldiers abducted by the Vulgus they were likely transformed into Vulgus like the other Medical Corps members. More importantly for us right now, the biomatter, not just a very low percentage, 0%. That of the soldiers that went missing, some were descendants and many others had a high but as their DNA is not present in the biomatter, RK wielders must have been sent somewhere else. Yes. Dia. Maybe this time. My Dia. I'll search for more of the remaining data. The Medical Corps members infiltrated deep into this facility, so they likely discovered what actually happened.
Wait, don't you think you're pushing yourself too hard? We need to get out of here or we'll be in real trouble. If we're cut off in a place like this...
You head back, Bunny. I can't give up. This is the closest I've come to Dia in years. I won't have another chance like this.
Well, then I'd prefer to help. So let's get going.
You saw it too, right? Mina's final recording with her drone scanner? The footage of the Order of Truth craft? From the energy distributions recorded, it looks like the scanner detected RK and strong levels of void energy aboard. If the craft was used to transport RK wielders to void space, this data makes sense. Mina, you carried out your mission until the very end. Thanks to you, we have this information.
Blake, there's something here I don't understand. The amount of void energy, does that really imply void space? The same place we fight our intercept battles?
What do you mean?
Well, when Seneca was scolding me, I learned that if you open void space properly, there's no way this much energy could be released. This looks like the amount of energy that would be released through erosion when void space is forced open.
Your analysis makes sense. My mind was so filled with thoughts of Dia that I hadn't noticed that at all. Well done, Bunny.
I'm not so bad when I put my mind to it.
But I don't remember any void erosion that would have resulted in this much energy. Wait. This... could it be?
Enzo, we'd better hurry up and recapture the Eye of Truth. I think Nell's theory is starting to hold up. I've got a pretty conclusive lead.
Wait, what? I thought you were looking for Medical Corps records. Glade, what is all this? What the hell is going on?
It's simple. The souls of the Medical Corps who died are guiding our hand.
that's even harder to understand.
Come on! Are you sure you're the smart ones? Let me spell it out for you. The Order of Truth was screening for RK wielders, and the Vulgus craft that transported them was saturated with suspicious void energy. If that void energy is a match for the Sigma Sector void energy, what do you think that means?
That would be evidence that there are Vulgus in Sigma Sector.
Yeah! That's it! From now on, call me Professor Bunny.
Enzo, maybe, just maybe, this operation will lead us to Daya. No, I'm sure that Daya is in Sigma Sector. I couldn't find any trace of Daya in Ingress. But if the Vulgus were sending RK wielders somewhere else, that would explain why I couldn't find her. Please, can you give us our orders for the next operation? I can't let this opportunity slip away.
I understand. First, please calm down. We need you level-headed, especially in a situation like this. The delay to the operation has allowed the enemy to bolster their defenses. Combat team, please provide cover until Glay is done.
I'm fine, Enzo. Just transmit the connection to the Kingston radar station. The bioscanner will intercept the electrical signals flowing to the eye. While that's happening, I'll focus the Eye of Truth on Sigma Sector as much as possible. The optic nerves will be cut quickly, so we'll only get one chance at it.
Understood. Leave it to me.
So slow! Out of my way!
Enzo, I've connected the optic nerve to the biomonitor. Can you check and confirm?
Signal received. Eye of Truth reactivated. I don't believe it. All the data matches. We're picking up Vulgus responses and RK signals inside Sigma Sector.
All units, good job. Follow-up operations will be discussed at HQ.
Nell, you were right. I'm sorry.
I'm just glad you made it back safely. Now comes the difficult part.
There isn't much time. I honestly don't know what to think. Not to mention... Karel. It's time we viewed Sigma Sector with our own eyes, not just through the Eye of Truth. Don't worry. Captain Harris has already found a safe way into the sector. Thanks to our recent observations, we've learned that the interior of Sigma Sector has been significantly... If we can survive the void storms with a tactical transport equipped with anti-void shields, we can... But... we'll need a tactical transport to get out of Sigma Sector as well. Which means the time we have for the operation is limited to the amount of time that the tactical transport can stay airborne. We have no choice but to expand our reach a little. I will be counting on you, Descendant.
Harris, what's the status of the tactical transport?
Well, if Dr. Elias could lower her weapon, I might be able to focus a little better.
What? What does that mean? Glay, respond.
Stay back, everyone. You said this transport was ready to go. Give it to me, and you can go fix the others.
Just calm down. Lower your weapon and control your hair, and let's talk, okay?
My daughter's life is at stake. I told you I don't have time to wait.
There's no guarantee she's even there. Daya didn't have Arcane.
Shut up, Harris!
Clay.
Ajax. I didn't think you'd try to stop me, too. If you hadn't given Daya that recommendation letter in the first place, none of this would have happened. Even when you knew what happened to my husband, you had to help me lose Daya, too. Is this that faith you're so fond of talking about? You failed to protect anyone, even with that mighty...
Clay, I'm not here to stop you. I've come to ask your permission to come with you. If it's to find Daya, just... can you give me some time to prepare?
You want to help me?
Yes.
All right. Yes. HQ, send me and Ajax in first. Then this can all be over.
Request granted. When the tactical transport is ready, you can deploy to the front line.
Thank you, Clay.
Nell, Transport 7 is ready to launch. I'll be handing over transport controls to the Descendants.
Understood, Captain. You may proceed.
Fixing and making things is my... Overhauling all the transport vehicles on such... But the anti-void shield output looks good. It's ready to go, so it's up to the... Flying a tactical So, for this Luckily, from what we've observed, it seems that RK will work inside Sigma Sector. Everything should be fine as long as you're careful. And Glay, I hope she can find something.
Descendant, are you really going? Hold it right there. You have something to ask of the Wow. Sending a... Descendant, if you happen to stumble upon any of those old amorphous relics out there, mind bring anything you can find. You hear me? Even a scrap of paper will do. As long as we can properly restore it, it'll be worth it. Imagine finding a teacup smeared with an ancestor's DNA. Or better yet, stumbling upon some kind of... And for descendants who bring back relics, I've got something way better than a lottery ticket. Although, I'm sorry for asking you to take on this risky mission, but don't push yourself too hard.
That scared me half to death. If she'd gone on a rampage, no one would have been able to stop her.
Now, you know what I'm capable of. And I used to think that anyone who could hold a weapon should fight for humanity. When I was an active soldier, in that sense, Daya wasn't required to join the military. Glay was already serving and saving lives, so Daya was granted an exemption. But she refused to stay in Albion and be safe. She wanted to be a soldier like her friends, her classmates, and her father who died in combat. I believed her when, by the time Glay returned from the battlefield, it was too late. The cadets had already been deployed. After that, Glay managed to awaken her Archaea and escape the Vulgus, but because it was the first time she triggered her rage frenzy, she lost control of her senses and didn't take Daya with her. It would have been nice if Daya had awakened her Archaea as well, but that's wishful thinking. Glay's hope that Daya was sent to Sigma Sector is probably Glay and I will be at the Vanguard. But I suppose it was the same for Glay.
Descendant Corps, this is HQ. Your tactical transport is cleared for takeoff. Operation Sigma Sector is go. I repeat, Operation Sigma Sector is go.
It's time. I'll move out first.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants. The specialized Vulgus aircraft has stopped to resupply. It's defenseless. Shoot it down.
Descendant. We've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment point. Descendant, air support is standing by. On your signal, we'll initiate suppressor fire. Look out below.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant. Descendant, thanks to you, we have gathered extensive data on Sigma Sector. The Medical Corps has also made significant progress. Please come to HQ and I will share the information. Good to see you, Descendant. Instead of listening to me explain everything, please read Eugen's recon report. Here it is.
The Construct Corps have it rough. Who would have thought that our kid...
This is an important Descendant. It looks like the Vulgus identified people with RK and took them to Sigma Sector. The report says that responses from humanoid organisms were recorded coming from tomb-like structures. A bioscan detected RK in the DNA sample taken from one of those organisms. This can lead us to where the missing people, but the Void Storm... We've called the structures RK receptors. We have to prepare for re-entry as soon as you're able. Please make sure you're...
Captain, calm down and listen to me. Are you saying Daya is inside one of those receptors? Do you really think that makes sense?
Convince me why it doesn't, Eugen.
Mel briefed you too, right? Please, come and help me with this.
Captain, you've read this report, just like I have. The humanoid organisms inside the RK receptors all have RK.
So what? What does that have to do with your claim that Daya isn't in there?
You still weren't accepted? Daya didn't have RK. She was tested hundreds of times, maybe more. Please, you need to accept this.
I was also tested hundreds of times, and every single... But guess what? I awakened my RK, and it wasn't thanks to those pompous magisters. It was at the hands of the Vul. If someone as unremarkable as me has RK, then Daya must have RK that's even more... I can hear it. Jin, I know you're worried about me. Daya is calling me.
Miss Elias, please.
Daya.
Damn it. Fine. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I'm sick and tired of losing people I care about. Missing them.
Ajax, start the engine. We're going to the area where the RK receptors are most concentrated. There are a lot of Vulgus there. Eugen was right to worry.
If the other Descendants can distract the enemy forces in other zones, we should be able to investigate them all. Lepik, I'm counting on you for fire support. Viessa, work with other Descendants to create a diversion for us.
See you on the other side, Viessa. Maybe you can make me some shaved ice when we get back.
Don't you ever get tired of eating that? Protect the Professor and Glay.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants.
Transport has dropped a wide-range shaping charge on the ground. We need it to purify the void energy. Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
Out of my way!
this the place?
Daya.
Clay! They imprisoned descendants in these?
They know we're here.
Please. Daya.
They're advancing.
Clay! There's too many of them! Clay! Ajax!
HQ, we need to evac now!
Clay, we gotta get out of here. There's more of them than we thought. Clay, you listening? We gotta go now or...
They're using... This is... okay.
Hurry up! Clay! Come on! There's no time! What is it?
Descendant, can you hear me? Sorry about the unexpected detour. Ajax and Glay's team is pinned down and needs Descendant reinforcements. They say they rescued someone from an RK receptor who appears to be a Descendant. Nell is going to question this. It'll be a confusing and difficult situation for everyone. I'm sure you must have heard. Daya has been fighting for the Vulg. And it's not just Daya. The Vulgus scum have been using those RK receptors to create their descendants against descendants. I thought, Jeremy, I'm going to evaluate all the... Help Nell.
We're going to begin interrogation of the unidentified descendant. You can release... We don't have much time, so I will get straight to the point. Are you a Vulgus?
Vulgus? Do you refer to those demons? Blasphemy. My name is Serena Antonietta. I'm a proud survivor and a righteous descendant of mankind. Now I ask, who may you be? An exorcist knight of Kingston? A Hagios crusader? No. You bear no armor. Then, are you one of the sons of Vespers?
What on earth are you talking about? This is no time for games.
Nell, wait. I know that name. I came across it in an extremely old archive. Serena Antonietta was a knight registered as a descendant during the apocalypse. She was one of the very first descendants.
One of the early generation descendants? That's unbelievable.
I do not know to whom you speak. But if you can send word to the Albion Fortress Monastery, you will find someone there who can vouch for my identity. You must have heard of Descendant Rayleigh, yes? He is my brother in arms. No, not only a brother in arms. Someone I can share my heart with. Oh, no matter.
There's no doubt in her eyes. She doesn't seem to be lying. Serena Antoinetta, assuming that you are not a Vulgus, I will be honest with you. First Descendant Rayleigh died during the apocalypse. Your memories seem to be fixed to that time.
Rayleigh is dead.
This must be very confusing for you. But if you can remember anything at all...
We were on an expedition to the Land of Annihilation.
The Land of Annihilation. Yes. That was the name for Sigma Sector back then.
That is where the calamities began. And where the demons emerged. We thought reclaiming the Land of Annihilation would end the nightmare. However... Our crusade failed. We were outnumbered, and the storm of death swept over us.
What happened after that?
I have no memory of anything further. Only...
That must be when they first imprisoned the Arche-wielders in the receptors. Serena, while I'm not fully convinced, for the moment I will take you at your word that you are who you claim to be. Please remain here. I will send a request to HQ for permission for you to enter Albion.
They are all dead? But why am I...
Descendant, please check on Glay while I obtain access permission for Serena. Glay may require... See to it.
Ah, there you are. Sorry for all the trouble. Glay's in bad shape. She's been having trouble breathing and showing symptoms of RK overload. But...
My mind is clearer than ever. Daya's alive. You all saw her, right? Daya is alive. That's enough for now. It's all I could have wished for. I know you all thought she was dead. And so did I.
I only wanted to find something of her so that I could finally bury her. A bone or even a lock of hair would have been enough. We all saw her alive, didn't we? I couldn't ask for anything more as a mother right now. I'm just so happy. I can't help it.
Glay.
Taya, I've missed you so much. My darling daughter.
You deserve more, Glay. Now that you know she's alive, it's time you held her again. I'll stand with you until the end, Glay.
I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Ajax.
All done. Serena's DNA has been registered on the RK transfer pad.
All units, report to HQ on your return to Albion. Now, I'll send a transport for you.
RK transfer. What?
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. Damn it. Oh, I didn't realize he'd returned. My brain is fried trying to wrap my head around this. First of all, based on the information we have so far, they didn't retreat there just because they needed a place to hide after losing the fortress. The Vulgus have been holding RK wielders prisoner there, and turning them... Since even early descendants like Serena are trapped in the receptors, it seems Corell's plan was already in motion even as far back as her time. We need to find out what that plan is. Going forward, instead of localized reconnaissance, we'll focus operations on the RK receptors, Vulgus descendants, and the ones we've codenamed Oblivions. We need to know what the Vulgus were doing with the RK wielders. How they awakened RK abilities, anything and everything. We're sending all descendants to Sigma Sector, except for... Oh, and someone get Serena in a sieve terminal to help her acclimate to the present day. She must be completely overwhelmed. She was sealed in a receptor for 100 years. Serena's cooperation is essential for this operation. We need to understand how she broke out of her receptor and resisted being controlled. This will be crucial in dealing with the Oblivions. I want to...
Alpha, wouldn't Kyle be the best person to teach Serena how to use an Asive terminal? He makes it so easy to understand.
Now, this is how you click, Luna.
Well, the lady might freak out if she sees you. So I guess I should go.
What? Your magnetic tin can suit will scare her more. Wanna bet?
No. Wait. What is this? Is it real?
Hello, Serena. I am Guide, an RK genetic recognition interface.
Genetic what?
It is understandable that you are confused. For you, time has only just started again. During your stay here, I will teach you, gradually, about you and our mission. Ah, Descendant. Thank you for the Eceive terminal. It will be a great help for Serena to understand this era. In the meantime, I should analyze the data I need while synchronizing with Serena. Serena's arche is special. It allowed her to bring...
How fascinating. A spirit. But it does not appear to be a ghost.
It may take a little longer to synchronize with Serena. But please, the success of the operation is important. But, most of all, we will need to analyze Serena's arche to achieve that. Serena, I am not a spirit. Do you understand? I am an archaeogenetic recognition interface. Descendants who are linked to me can communicate with me wherever arche is present. I have many features that can assist you.
Oh, I see. What do I press to make it work? Here.
This may take longer than I thought. This is a new experience for me as well. It seems we will both require a little luck, Descendant. You need to learn more about the arche receptors and the Oblivions.
You think that strategic plan... Descendant, I have compiled... Not everyone who was trapped in... I was worried that the problem... The medical corps are doing everything they can, but they're struggling to sustain... All we can do is identify... I'm very worried about... I'm not even sure we can... She's so powerful that it may be best if you avoid engaging her on the battlefield. Glay will be very disheartened if she finds out. So we should... Wait. Tactical Transport 7. You are not authorized to activate your engines. What are you doing? Transport 7, please. Oh no.
I'm sorry, but I already knew that it would be difficult to repair Daya's DNA. But surely you must have also realized that I have no intention of giving up.
Captain! Wait!
Jin, are you going to try and stop me again? You know it's no use. I'm not giving up on Daya. No matter how...
I know! That's why Transport 7 is a new model with an autopilot capability. When we rescued Serena, HQ set its landing site to Kingston. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you fly this thing out, they'll stop you. I'll show you where the autoplanes are. The ones that don't have autopilot. Captain Harris wanted me to tell you that she's sorry. And I'm sorry too. And I'm not just saying that. If it works...
The Red Arms. They've been guiding us all the way. I'll be back, Jin. Until the very end.
Yes, ma'am. Until the very end.
Descendant, we just lost an Eceive signal that we think belongs to Glay. It looks as if she's attempting an unauthorized sortie. Nearby troops, please hurry to the location. Ah!
Is it pressed in this way?
Serena, Glay should be headed your way. Please stop her. happened with Glay? Did you detain her?
I did not. In truth, I had...
Huh?
They say that when a parent loses their child, time stops for them. It appears I was not the... We are finally able to move through time again, Glay and I. But if you have the means to prevent it, why not instead arm me to aid it with this modern technology, as you call it?
What do you mean?
You all know that I broke free from Receptor under my own will. As I am still alive and well, my Arche must if we can harness this possible advantage, restoring the Oblivions may not be the impossible to do so. I must be able to use my Arche again. Please grant me the
But...
Request granted, Serena. Ordnance, check the equipment records for the early generation Descendants. There should be... I'll ask an ace to activate the prime...
Alpha...
Nell, this entire operation was initiated based on little more than the trust I put in your theory. I think we can put rational judgment aside for now and trust in the potential of our Descendants. Serena, acclimatize yourself to our modern world as quickly as you can. If we're going to reclaim Sigma Sector, we won't be able to avoid engaging the Oblivions. In which case, we might as well face them head on.
Leave it with me, sir.
Understood.
All... HQ, I feel confident. I am confident. However, how does one fly this tactical transport? This contraption still confuses. Is this what I press for takeoff?
That was the emergency ejection button, ma'am.
Don't worry, Serena. Another Descendant will pilot the transport.
I'd take you there myself if I could. Good luck to you all.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants. Wide-range shaping charge drop complete. Begin the Void Energy Purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your Arche. Then activate the remote detonation device.
Please, please wake up from this! Dia, Elias, Master Corell's descendant. I will do his bidding. I will serve Kliptoth.
Dia! Oh no. A huge mass of RK signatures are converging on a single location. The Oblivion troops are gathering.
Our strategy is working, but if we help Glay now, it'll collapse. Damn it.
I will go. Nay, I must go.
If we combine Serena's RK and my treatment, we can save anyone. Dia or any of the Oblivions. I found a way.
Descendant, I have completed analysis of Serena's RK. Serena's RK has radiation-like properties that allows it to penetrate matter. But it doesn't affect cells which have been affected by RK. This is why Serena was able to neutralize the Vulgus brainwashing device, and her body was able to eliminate the Vulgus cells that had spread throughout it.
My treatment uses spiral catalysts to separate fused human DNA from Vulgus cells. Spiral catalysts are used to enhance the RK of descendants, but they can also be used for more generic gene therapy. Problem is, this hasn't been clinically tested. The main issue we found was Vulgus cell mutations that occurred during the separation process. But these can be burned off through radiation. If we use Serena's RK, we have a good chance of success.
Spiral catalysts. DNA. Radiation. All of these words strike fear within me.
Think of it this way. Your abilities and my treatment combined can save Dia. But we only have one chance, because this is the last of the spiral catalyst made from the DNA of the Oblivions. Captain Glay took another with her, but she won't be able to help us now.
Descendant, we also need your help. Please. Give humanity hope.
Troop drop-off is complete. Transport is en route to standby position. Multiple Vulgus signals detected on the ground. Stay sharp.
Once our enemies secure their front line, they will be nigh impossible. Crusader 100 years ago. Evidence enough. must disperse our foes before they attack us.
High-density RK energy signal detected. Approaching at high speed. The Oblivion Commander. We think it's Gaia. Serena, what happened?
The enemy. Me with a giant weapon. Spire catalyst was damaged. Curse it!
Abort operation. All units retreat to the transport.
Don't give up. I still have my spiral catalyst.
Glay!
Sorry, I was taking cover. Dia always was strong. Even as a child.
You live. That is a blessing. My RK has been weakened by these attacks.
That can't be helped. Descendant, take charge of the battle in place of Serena and Glay. When Dia has been subdued, you two have to administer the treatment. Until that time, you have to keep going.
Roger that. Let it be so.
Dia Elias, Master Corell's descendant. I will do his bidding. I will serve Cliphoth.
Glay, prepare yourself. When Dia falls, that shall be your opportunity. Dia, hold on just a little longer.
I've injected the spiral catalyst.
Hold her with all of your strength. I shall begin.
Be careful. Her heart rate is dropping. The cells are dying off too quickly. So close.
okay. Mom is here.
Are we really going to initiate this? Initiate. This war was initiated long ago.
Got a question? You've all done an incredible job. I've received reports of the Vulgus forces are in disarray. The most heartening news is that we have successfully rescued Glay's daughter, Daya. Daya is currently receiving intensive treatment in a medical core medical pod. She hasn't regained consciousness yet, but the Vulgus contamination and brainwashing effect. As your commander, I'm truly delighted to see such results in the midst of this callous war. It gives me hope that we can... However, we can't relax just yet. We have identified a huge receptor which is visible on the sector's horizon. Frankly, I don't like the... If a Vulgus descendant emerged from a human-sized receptor, then what could possibly come out of a receptor that size? I'm sure you can imagine. In order to investigate this, we have no choice but to venture further into Sigma Sector. The void depth increases as you move deeper into the sector. So much so that even descendants from the Hound unit can't endure it. However, if we continue to investigate Sigma Sector, we'll be able to further advance our void shielding technology. Bringing peace to Ingress was beyond even the ancestors. Once the operation for further investigation has been confirmed, I'll announce...
Who wants to go see Daya?
Are you a friend of Daya's? She's still in a critical condition, you know?
But Daya is my friend!
Oh, right. I'm surprised you're a friend of hers. But no means no. Family only. No other visitors.
We're all part of one big family called humankind, Eugen.
Come on, what's wrong with everyone? I said no visitors.
It's okay, Jin. Let them in. Daya would want to see them.
Serena, thank you for taking care of Daya. I'm truly grateful.
The nursing of a slumbering friend is familiar to me. My memories return to me in flashes. I once nursed Rayleigh in this way, as he lay, wounded.
Really? I can't believe that the hero who was the first person to intercept a Colossus was your friend.
Yes. He holds many firsts. The first to intercept a Colossus. The first to claim my heart.
Serena.
My desire to see Rayleigh again is strong. But at this moment, I most long to see Daya awaken. And if it persists in her memory, I desire to know what happened to us. There were early descendants in Sigma Sector, sealed away like myself. This is proof that Corell's plan proceeded unimpeded for 100 years. It appears Oblivions were central to the plans of Corell. If that is so, Daya and I may have retained some of what he ordered.
I'm certain we can do this. After all, we've regained the time we've lost. Both you and I.
My desire to see her awake is not solely so I may question her. When Daya wakes, shall I be introduced as a friend? I have no others with whom to feel close.
Of course you will. Serena, I know Daya will like you. Just as much as I do.
Thank you, Glay. I await your return to us, Daya.
Hey, come on in. You heard from Alpha, right? About the operation to invest... I've just received our orders. It looks like we've got to get recon forces deeper into Sigma Sector. The mission details have been delegated to Hound. Alpha's really let us off the leash this time. We've got full...
Let's cut to the chase. As you've worked with us before, I specifically...
Translation, he liked you so much, he wanted to do another operation with you. What's with you two anyway? I'm jealous.
Inez.
I was just trying to get everyone to relax.
Alpha has given authority to the Hounds. That's more than...
Did you understand that? To translate, who are we? We're specialists who search the void. Our end goal is... No amount of anti-void shield will be enough for us to send a transport there. We need to find a route through... We'll need to be able to operate deeper.
Sometimes the storms collide with each other and open the way. It's the same in the Void Abyss.
While we're at it. So, let's get ready.
I don't know which one's the actual arcade fellow anymore.
Hound actual. Reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment point.
Drop complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device. Descendant, we're detecting arcane life signs inside a Vulcan structure.
initiated. Good work, Descendant.
You wanted to see me?
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.